As the year winds down, the whole world seems to get ready for these huge celebrations. But what if the real magic of this moment isn't in all that noise, but in the quiet? Let's take a look at the turn of the year in a different light, not as just one big party, but as a really profound chance to reflect and start fresh. And it's funny, isn't it? You've probably felt this. Those last few hours of the year, they just seem to drag on, like every tick of the clock is heavier. But at the same exact time, inside, there's this feeling of hope just racing towards what's next. It's this beautiful, weird paradox that kind of sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. So where does that feeling, that rush of hope, actually come from? I'll tell you what, it's not from the fireworks or the big crowds. Nope. It's a little spark that gets lit somewhere way deeper inside. Just think about that contrast for a second. The world outside is full of these loud, bright explosions of light that are gone in a flash. But inside each of us, there's this small, quiet, but honestly way more powerful spark. It's this personal light that doesn't just fizzle out when the party's over. So, what is this spark, really? Well, it's nothing super complicated. It's that simple, totally human desire to grow. It's that quiet little voice in your head that whispers, you know what, next year I'm going to be a little bit better. That's the real engine driving the new year. Right, but here's the thing. Before you can start writing a new story, you've got to properly close the old one. And that means doing a lot more than just flipping a page on a calendar. It really comes down to three key things. First, yeah, you do the simple physical act of closing the calendar. But then comes the real work. You have to consciously close old stories. Really acknowledge which chapters of your life are over. And maybe most important of all, you save the lessons. You pull out all the wisdom from the year's experiences, the good and the bad, so you can actually carry it with you. And that's the whole point of looking back, right? It's not about getting stuck in the past. It's about realizing that no matter what went down in that last chapter, we've been given this incredible gift of a fresh start, a totally clean slate. And that clean slate, well, that brings us to the most exciting part of all, the future. We can literally think of it as a brand new, completely empty page. Just let that sink in for a minute. An entire year ahead of you. A story that hasn't been written yet. It's not filled with your past mistakes or a bunch of obligations. It's just pure, brilliant potential waiting for you to make that first mark. Okay, so how do you even start to fill this page? Well, it seems to boil down to three powerful tools. First, you've got courage, the guts to finally take those risks you've been putting off. Second, hard work, because let's be real, all that potential means nothing without effort. And finally, kindness. That's kind of like the ink that makes the whole story worth reading, for you and for everyone you share it with. All right, so we've got these big ideas, but how do we make them real? How do we actually take that first step and make a meaningful change? We all know the countdown, right? 10, 9, 8. But what if we looked at it in a totally new way? Instead of just the end of a party, what if we saw it as a reminder that every single second has weight, that every moment is a chance to do something? Suddenly, a simple tradition becomes a whole philosophy for living. And that leads us to this really powerful new definition. New Year's Eve isn't a contest to see who has the best party or who can shout the loudest. It's more of an internal thing, a measure of readiness. The real win, the real celebration, is about who is most prepared to embrace change, to learn, and to grow in the year ahead. And it all starts right here, with the power of one. Just 1 second that pushes us into the new year. One tiny hope that can spark a whole new direction. And the one single change that starts the entire journey. It's that simple and that unbelievably profound. So as we wrap things up here, the question I want to leave you with isn't about some huge list of resolutions. It's much simpler. It's about the very next thing you do. With this new empty page right in front of you, what's the first word you're going to write? What is your first step?
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.